Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an author, speaker, and proud father. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. Good men want more than your body. And when I'm saying good men, I'm talking about the type of man that y'all really gonna consider good, you know. Now he might not be like some sexy fine dude, but he's gonna be somebody you don't have any problems looking at, right? And then he's also going to have the personality traits, particularly where y'all are compatible and complementary. Basically, you're gonna click with this guy, right? Now, also too, in this culture, he ain't gonna be some dusty bum dude. Cause you could always click with, you can always like how some bum dude don't have nothing to do with himself. You can like how he looking, and he can click with your personality. No, in this society, a good man, and I'm just gonna put it out there, at a minimum, a good man is going to be able to have his own stuff. If he needs a car, he going to have his own car. You know, if he's in a position where he needs to use it. Only time he shouldn't have one is if he's in a place where he don't need to drive. You know, maybe some certain cities and stuff. And that's cool. And he live in the middle of the city, it'd be hard to find parking. Okay, that's cool. But even then, he should be somebody able to get it. He should have his own spot. Now, this don't have to be a big old mansion. It could be an apartment, something that's his. He has some nominal control over. And then the main thing is he got enough sense to at least keep a steady job. That should be a minimum. That should be a minimum. I don't defend Dusties. And I don't, even though I said work with a guy, finding that guy who's, already financially independent and stuff, that's tough to do. One, they're rare any damn way, just in society. Only, maybe 5 to 7% of men in this culture make over like six figures. And you might as well say that's global. But, at the very minimum, you can still build with a guy who already working like at least a 40-hour-a-week job. He might have 2 jobs. So you got all that good. Okay, we dealt with that, right? But understand one thing about those type of men, and especially if they working and they got their thing. They looking for more than your body. Understand something. Even though on my main channel, there's some guys who might look at it like I'm talking about like players and stuff. And I will mention some about players every now and then, or, to prove a point. But really, most men, they looking for just a good woman. Now, a good man, especially, he ain't trying to be player. He is not trying to be player. He looking for a woman that he can protect, he can provide. Yeah, in fact, you don't have to argue with him about it. You don't have to argue. You don't have to do all that. He wants to do that. Here's the catch, though. He wants to do it for the right woman. Now, the right woman for a good man is not going to be just some guy who like you because you cute, or you got big breasts or big old butt dunk, or nice legs, feet. A lot of guys like feet. Now let's be clear. He checking it out. Yeah, hey, just like y'all checking out a man's body. And y'all know that. Women know that. But see, one of the things is in y'all perception, y'all thinking that good man is only checking out your body. Or you have an increasing amount of women who might have degrees. They might be making money thinking a good guy is checking out that. Now, depending on where he is, he's paying attention to it, but that's not the final decisive thing. The one thing a good man is going to want, regardless if the woman who clicks with him, just like I say, the good man is a man who clicks with you, you need to click with him. Because a truly good man, honestly, a truly good man, and let me just be clear, because I know women have a different idea of good men as opposed to what men think are good men. I'm giving it to you from what women have told me since I was young. You know, told me, guy got his shit together. All right. But see, he's not going to just take some woman just because he pretty. Yeah, and yeah, I know. Every now and then you see something about some millionaire who got some woman just because she pretty and all of that. We're not talking exceptions. We're not talking exceptions. And even then, when those rich guys get that real beautiful woman, she's a trophy. No, I'm talking about a real flesh and blood guy who ain't gonna be perfect, but he's still gonna work on it. He wants to be a protector. He wants to be a provider. He will work hard to provide. But he wants a woman he can talk with. He wants a woman he can click with. Because let's be real, first of all, let's be real about something. Let's be real. Even though many of these men ain't trying to be players, this is not to say they couldn't. Let's be real. If a man in decent shape, y'all know it, if a man's in decent shape, he's at least husband cute, and he has a steady job, and especially the type who got maybe a steady one or two jobs. He got a nice place to stay, maybe even a house. He's driving a functional vehicle. Y'all ain't gonna be the only ones checking him out. So even if he ain't trying to be a player, there's always that opportunity. But see, men like that, a lot of them are sensible. And let's be real. See, a lot of times women ain't thinking about what's on a man's personality. He could be sensible because of his spiritual beliefs. We don't talk enough about that. Depending on his religion, his religion might say, hey, it's good for a man to find a wife. So that's what he's looking for. But he's looking for a wife. He ain't looking for a slave. He ain't looking for a trophy. He's looking for somebody who can ride with him and build with him. He ain't looking for somebody just to look cute and just to have sex with. He ain't looking for a concubine. Most of them ain't anyway. The only exception to that is a man who was practicing some path that allows for polygamy. Now he'll get a stay, and even then, that'll just be a concubine. But he's looking for a wife. He's looking for somebody he can at least have a good conversation with. Now I'm saying it's the good men. Now you got some guys, they just looking to pump and dump and all of that stuff. You gotta ask yourself how good that guy is. And if you're attracted to him, especially when he probably indicated that that's all he wanted, well, you gotta look at yourself. But there's plenty of good guys out there. But see, you got to be able to sit down and have that conversation with him. And he got to click. He got to feel like you're going to be an asset to him and not a liability. But ladies, this is very important. Very important. You got to say, like, and trust me. Now, I told you I got some idea about what women consider a good man. But now I'm talking about from the men out here who really just want a good woman they can build with, they can have a legacy with, all of that stuff. The good ones don't want some woman that, they just come home or draining them financially or, they just have sex. That's some little boy shit. A grown ass man, he want a woman to come home. If he had a great day, he can chill out, talk to you about it. If he had a bad day, he can chill out and talk to you about it. He can laugh with you. He can do all, the personalities click. And I'm saying that's a good one. It's a good man, right? But see, some ladies be offering some stuff that they either offering just their bodies, just the sex, and only the player's going to take that. Like I've known some guys, they'll walk away from that. They'll walk away from that. The woman might want to talk trash about it and say, "No, this dude trying to find a good woman." And then if you trying to come up like you competing with him or something, that's not compatible. He's looking for complimentary. He wants to do his job. You don't have to tell him how much of the job you do. He wants to do all those things. Ironically, a lot of women, I've talked about this before. And I moved to talk about it again. I'm going to talk about that in the next podcast because there's been a lot of women who will pass over the very guys they say they want. I've talked about that before, but I flow with this. But whatever the case, Good men want more than your body. Always know that, always understand that. So I'll talk to y'all ladies later. Peace and blessings.